Oh, hi. Um, I wanted to talk a little bit about my how I beat my diabetes. I know if I could do it, anybody could do it. I've been a diabetic for 19 years, and I've been taking medication. And finally, it got to the point that I was taking one pill that's called metformin. But after maybe 16 years, the doctor said I couldn't take that anymore, that I had to take another medication, which is stronger. That was like $1,000 and something a month. The other one was 500, but the insurance paid. So anyway, um, after years, they sent me to a dietitian. 3 times I went to the dietitian, and you can call me grandma, my friends. Everybody calls me grandma. uh, or I take my grandkids to school, that's what they call me. Everybody calls me grandma. And I got 3 daughters, and I have 13 grandkids and 17 great grandkids. So I'm a very busy lady. I love my grandkids, so I'm always doing something or other. I can't afford to sit around or anything like that. I love to keep busy. But I wanted to say about my diabetes. Well, after going to a dietitian 3 times, finally I went about 4 months ago. I went to see my doctor, and she was all upset. She goes, "Now we're talking about life and death here. Are you ready to go on hospice?" He said, "Your A1C is 11, and you're going to have to keep going insulin," which I never did like to do that. I always tried my best, tried to avoid it. But my family's so big that I'm always was going to a birthday party. And those cakes, I love sweets. So I'm always eating this. And I belong to a group from the church that makes tamales. I love to help make tamales. We make 2 to 3 thousand tamales. Good, and I love those too. So could you imagine how was I gonna get that diabetes down? But after I was at the doctor's and they gave me uh, insulin, um, I didn't like that, and I went to pick up my prescription. It was $700, and my insurance wasn't going to pay. Plus, from the other medication, I was paying $300 out of pocket. And when you're a grandma and you're on Social Security, it's not it's not easy. So anyway, I said to myself, I'm gonna do something about this. And one of my daughters, she goes, "You can beat diabetes. You could reverse it." And I go, "You could?" And I couldn't believe it. So what I did is I was reading, see what I could do. A lot of people were telling me, do this, do that, do this, do that. It never worked for me. They said, yeah, this will work and that will work. So when they told me that I was going to be on insulin, I have a doctor that I used to go before. He's a specialist in diabetes. So I made an appointment. It was a 3-month appointment. So I said to myself that I was going to beat this. I was reading up on it. More or less I knew what to eat because I went to the dietitian 3 times. So I already know what to do. And so I had 3 months before I went to the doctor. Well, guess what I did? I cut everything that I knew that was bad for me. I started cutting bread. I started cutting, the Mexican people, they like tortillas. Well, I started cutting that out. All my stuff that I used to eat, you really don't need that stuff like that, especially if it's going to not be good for you. So if you want to work hard at diabetes, you have to let things go, or else you have to pay the consequence with so many things that could happen to you. I know a lot of people that they have, stuff happens to them. And so I said to myself, I'm going to beat it. So I was on trials. I was invited to the birthdays as usual, but I did not. I ate everything, but I didn't have no tortilla. I'm gonna tell you how I ate and what happened in those 3 months. The first month, I ate pretty good. I never got on the insulin. I never picked it up. I said, I'm gonna take care of myself. So the first month, I didn't have no sweets, no tortillas. I knew what not to eat. Well, I cut down one medication, one of those real expensive ones. I did not take it, see what would happen. Sure was good. It was good. Okay, the second month, guess what happened? I stopped taking the other one all by myself. Don't try that. You should be under doctor's care. But I'm telling you what I did. I didn't take. I cut it out. The second, the third time, the third month, when I went to see my doctor, I wasn't taking anything. So by the time I went to the doctor, I had to, I think 2 weeks before, they told me to go because they were going to put on my arm, they were going to put some kind of a little meter that gets hooked on to the computer where it checks to see what you've been doing the last 2 weeks. And so I said, for 3 months I've been trying, I haven't been taking anything. Now I got this monitor on my arm, and my friend says, oh, that's like a little tattletale. You can't eat this. Watch out, because the doctor's going to know everything. Well, my friends, by the time I went to the doctor, guess what? The doctor was surprised. He said I was 1 in a million that beat diabetes. That's the good part. And the thing in my arm was 99.9, I think. Perfect. And he seen the medication I was taking, and he told me, you don't need these anymore. That's it. And ever since then, I haven't taken anything. But I want to talk more about what kind of foods you guys could eat, because I really want to help everybody. It's not for me, it's to help others. I am a strong believer in God, and I'm a strong believer in helping others. Especially, I have 2 daughters that are diabetic, and I want to stop this, like a circle going round and round. But just, how do you say, clicked on the button? You want to prescribe? Subscribe? No. Wait a minute, my granddaughter, because I don't know too much about these phones. What do you have to do, baby Lua? Click on what? Prescribe?
Click on the notification bell.
Can you say it louder? I don't think they could hear you.
I'm saying it.
Oh, okay, hurry. Here she is. Oh, my granddaughter's going to say something about click here, click there. What?
Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Okay. And I'll talk to more about you guys because I'm babysitting and they don't know I'm on the phone. Okay. My friends, I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.